Hi!
Hello!
Welcome back to the channel. A little while ago, we did a video about how long we would wait for Magic Kingdom rides.
Yes.
And today, we are going to look at a couple of EPCOT rides and talk about how long we would wait in line for them.
I'll let you know right now, I would wait way longer for food in EPCOT than I would for any of the rides. I really enjoy EPCOT. I love the World Showcase. I love exploring. I feel like there's just so much to see at EPCOT that you're gonna see something new and different every time you go. There aren't very many rides at EPCOT, certainly not as many as there are at Magic Kingdom.
That's true.
One thing about us is we are what you might call EPCOT purists. So we love like old, authentic EPCOT, especially Landon. He's not thrilled about the addition of IP into the park.
No. I think it's unnecessary.
It's a sensitive subject for him. And we'll talk a little bit about that as we go on. That might impact some of your answers, huh?
Probably.
Yeah.
It probably will.
We could talk a lot about OG EPCOT.
Oh yeah. The really old stuff, Body Wars, even Veggie Fruit.
I knew you were gonna say Veggie Fruit.
I would watch Veggie Fruit, but I can't. Now you can walk to Soarin', where Veggie Fruit was. Anyway.
So Landon has a list of 5 EPCOT rides.
Yeah.
And we're gonna tell you how long we would willingly wait for those rides.
And then I'll reveal the average wait time for that ride. Let's start with Spaceship Earth, inside the EPCOT ball.
Prettiest girl in school.
Who do you think the hottest girl in school is? The EPCOT ball? Well, I like Melanie, and not just because she's pretty. I think she's really fun.
How long would you willingly wait for Spaceship Earth?
I love Spaceship Earth. But here's the thing, and you'll see this trend a lot with EPCOT rides. Many of them, like the majority of EPCOT rides, don't get a long wait.
Right, especially
So,
like later in the day.
Absolutely. So like, I'm not gonna wait a long time for those rides because I know that the lines are gonna get short. So why would I wait in a 40-minute line when I know it's gonna go down to 15 in a couple hours?
Yeah.
You know? So Spaceship Earth, it's so relaxing and it's beautiful and it's so cool and I love all the Easter eggs, all of the animatronics. It's gorgeous.
The kid selling newspapers to a
To the wall. Love that. Love that kid. No, I love Spaceship Earth. I'm not gonna wait a long time for it though because the lines drastically go down. I feel like the most that I would wait for Spaceship Earth is probably gonna be about 20 to 25 minutes.
20,
which
25.
might be longer than the average, but it's the longest I'm willing to wait. Like if I know that I'm gonna be spending the majority of my evening in the World Showcase and I don't wanna backtrack to ride Spaceship Earth again, I'll wait in a 25-minute line, even though I know it's gonna be 5 minutes in a couple hours. I don't wanna have to walk all the way back through the park. So, you know, it would be worth it to me to wait in the line for those few minutes. I say I would probably wait about 20, 25 minutes for Spaceship Earth.
I get it. And the queue for Spaceship Earth isn't the coolest. It's kind of just a walkway to get on the ride, or you're switched back outside. So I think I would give it 30 minutes.
Oh.
I would give it 30 minutes.
I know you love it.
Because, yeah.
But you
I love
have to
Spaceship
do it when you go to EPCOT.
Yes.
You have to ride Spaceship Earth. You have to thank the Phoenicians. It's a whole thing.
Yep. The average wait time for Spaceship Earth is actually 30 minutes.
Oh,
so
okay.
anytime you see it higher than that, there's going to be times where it's lower.
Just wait a little while.
Yeah.
A lot of people jump in the Spaceship Earth line because it's the first one you see when you get in the park and people are like, oh, well, here's a ride, let's do it. Just wait a little while. It'll go down and you'll have a great time.
It'll be basically a walk on it at different times in the day.
Yeah, sure.
Next up, Soarin' Around the World. How long would you wait for Soarin' Around the World?
Soarin' is wonderful. And I think it's hilarious that both times that our families have traveled to Disney World together, we've taken up a whole row on Soarin'.
Right. That whole tram.
A whole row, that's us. No, I really enjoy Soarin'. Soarin's line tends to fluctuate
It does.
pretty drastically. There are times where you can catch it at a half hour or less.
Yeah.
And then there are times it can get up to like 45, 50, 60 minutes.
Yeah.
I, for one, do not want to wait an hour for anything. But if I am with a big group, like we were the last time we were at EPCOT, and you and I have put together a set itinerary, we've done research, we know what we're doing and when, we have plans, and Soarin' is at 40 minutes or less, I say that's acceptable.
Okay.
But if I'm just vibing at EPCOT, which is the best way to do EPCOT, I would probably wait about half an hour.
Half an hour. Okay.
So I would say a happy medium would be like 35 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's probably the most for me.
You want to lock that in? Final answer.
35 minutes for Soarin'.
Soarin's queue, although it takes up half of veggie fruit area,
Rip.
it has one of the Disney Play features.
Yeah.
So if you are standing in line, it has a
I
big
enjoy doing
screen where you could play the games based on aviation and different things like that.
Yeah.
So it makes the time go faster.
Sure.
So if I were waiting there 40 minutes for Soarin', I think I'd be okay with that. Anything more than that, I think I'm like, this is probably too long for right now.
We'll come back.
We'll come back later.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Go watch Awesome Planet and come back.
Watch Awesome Planet. Or you could sleep through Awesome Planet. The average wait for Soarin' around the world is 60 minutes. 1 hour average. That tells me there are actually times where it's even higher than what you were predicting.
Yeah. I mean, it goes pretty high during some points of the day, especially in the morning and early afternoon.
Yeah. Before people get to the World Showcase.
Yeah.
But later on, it'll die down.
Yeah, for sure.
Next up, we'll do Mission Space.
Here's the thing. Let me talk about Mission Space. You couldn't pay me to wait for Mission Space. I don't think I will ever ride that one again.
Whoa.
I'm talking about Orange specifically. Let's clarify.
Okay.
If someone approached me and said, hey, I will cover the cost of your whole Disney trip if you ride Mission Space Orange, I would probably consider that.
But that's the only way.
Yeah. I don't want to be miserable the whole day.
It gives you motion sickness?
It's awful.
Oh.
Mission Space Orange is just a barf fest. Why would you do that to yourself?
I love Mission Space Orange. I think it's great.
I remember last time we were there, we were with like our whole group. I'm telling you guys, there's like a dozen of us. We rode Mission Space Green all together. And then those of y'all that wanted to ride Mission Space Orange, y'all went and did that because both lines were super short.
Yeah.
While y'all were doing Mission Space Orange, my mom and I got in line at the Joffrey's cart and I got myself a coffee while y'all got yourselves sick.
I didn't even get sick.
Oh, okay, you didn't even get. That's good for you. I'm happy for you.
All right, so then how long would you wait for Green Mission?
For Green Mission, 15 minutes or less.
15 or less?
Yeah, I would say like any ride that I am not like crazy about, that I know is gonna be short, I'll wait 15 minutes or less. Because if it's a 15-minute or less line, in my brain, I'm like, that's barely a line.
Wow.
So like 10 to 15 minutes, I would wait for Green Mission. But I know a lot of times it's usually a walk-on, so.
Okay. Yeah, for me, I'm gonna talk about Orange Mission because
Go
I
ahead.
like it. It does get a longer line.
Imagine liking Orange Mission.
Hey, it gets a longer line than the Green Mission.
That's true, it gets a really long line. Could not be me.
I like the queue for Mission Space.
Yeah.
No matter which one you're going on, it's got a really cool like Space Center type
Yeah, it's cool.
vibe to it, and so I think I like it pretty well, and I would wait around 40 minutes.
Wow, really?
At the maximum. I don't want to wait that long, but I'm saying like if I saw it at 40 or less,
Yeah.
I would be like, yeah, let's jump on because it's a good
I
time.
think it is cool. It is a really cool and innovative ride. I will give them that. Credit where credit is due. Disney worked with NASA. They built this together, and astronauts have said that it is the closest simulation to actually going to space that they've ever experienced. And that's pretty cool. I mean, it's in a theme park.
Yeah.
You know, and you feel like you're going to space, and astronauts are like, yeah, that's legit. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I just learned that I'm not gonna be an astronaut.
You can't handle it.
No.
You can't hang.
That's okay. I like to be on the ground.
Well, the average wait time for Mission Space, and I'm assuming this is the orange mission, it only gave one option.
Okay.
The average wait for Mission Space is 40 minutes. So I know that there are times where it's way lower than that.
Yeah.
So there must be some
But
fluctuation.
40 minutes is not a bad line.
No.
You know,
And
especially in Disney.
yeah. Next up, the Grand Fiesta Tour.
Grand Fiesta Tour!
Yes, featuring the 3 Caballeros.
I love the Grand Fiesta Tour.
Yeah, it's great.
It's so cute.
And you almost have a pre-show before you even get in the line.
Yeah, I think it's so cool that you're like in the Mexico Pavilion and you get to go around like the volcano and you can see the restaurant there. I've eaten at that restaurant and like look down at the ride before. It's really fun. The ride itself, I love a Disney dark ride. I love a boat ride, you know, classic stuff. I love Donald and all his hijinks. The Grand Fiesta Tour does not have a long line.
No,
usually.
not typically.
The thing about it though is that it does not offer Lightning Lane. It is not available on Genie Plus.
Only
It is
standby.
only standby. So if you want to ride it, even if you have Genie Plus, you're gonna have to wait standby. But the thing is, like, it doesn't usually have a long line.
Right.
Like there are so many times throughout the day you can just walk onto a boat.
Yep.
So I would probably wait 15 minutes.
15, that's about where I'm at too. I think 15 minutes, the last time I can recall the queue for Grand Fiesta Tour, it's just a little rectangular room with switchbacks.
Yeah.
And it's not the most fun or engaging to just stand in that room.
I mean, they had to, you know, fit the queue into the whole pyramid, which is the whole pavilion, you know? So if you see the line is at like 30 minutes, walk around the pavilion, go into the shops, explore. There's so many cool things to explore in the Mexico Pavilion. Get you some chips and queso. Yeah. Get you an empanada.
Yeah. And then come back and
come back, yeah.
It'll probably be shorter.
Yeah, it's a great fun ride, but there's a lot to explore in that pavilion. So take advantage of that.
Yeah. The average wait for the Grand Fiesta Tour is actually 15 minutes.
Sweet.
So that actually works out. Like we said, it's a pretty low wait. The last one, Frozen Ever After. Do we have differing opinions about Frozen Ever After?
I think we really do. So here's the thing.
It killed the maelstrom.
Frozen Ever After is one of the most popular rides in that park.
It absolutely is.
Because it's frozen.
The franchise so big, the princesses did not become Disney princesses.
Because they make more money on their own. So Frozen Ever After is one of the big 3 in EPCOT.
Yep.
If you don't include Guardians of the Galaxy. It's only available like virtual queue and Lightning Lane right now.
Yeah.
These are the rides that are usually gonna be at like an hour or more.
Yep.
So, and Frozen is one of them. So personally, if I see Frozen at less than an hour, I know that's gonna be a good time to ride it because I'm gonna be hard pressed to find it for 25 minutes. You know, that's not
It's not gonna be a low wait unless you're there after hours.
Right. Or if you have early park entry or something like that. But if I were in the park and I saw it at like less than an hour, I would say, okay, let's go.
You know, I don't hate Frozen Ever After. The Frozen Ever After ride system is basically the same as the Maelstrom. So you get the drops, you get the part where the boat goes backwards and forwards and things like that. You get those same thrill elements, but with Olaf. And I've never hated the Frozen franchise until they killed the Maelstrom.
See, Landon actually rode Maelstrom, and I have not.
I did. My family went to Walt Disney World for the first time I had ever been there in 2013, right as Frozen was being released.
Yeah.
So I got to ride it as the Maelstrom. I got to see the Nordic mural in the background of the entry queue, which is no longer there. But because it is such a popular ride, and it is a fun enough ride system where I would ride it if I were in EPCOT, I think about an hour is the sweet spot for me as well. The average wait for Frozen Ever After is 80 minutes. That is an hour and 20 minutes. Average.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if I see it at 80, it's not happening.
Mm-mm.
It's not happening.
No. And we haven't even talked about some of the parks that get the highest wait times. But yeah, that's it. How do we end this video? Well, thanks for watching this video this far. Let us know in the comments how long you would wait for each of these rides. You might like some of these rides better than we do, and so you would wait longer, or maybe you don't care about them at all. Let us know in the comments.
And let us know which rides you want us to talk about next, and which parks you want us to cover.
Yeah.
We have a lot of thoughts about everything, and we'd be happy to share them.
Yeah.
Be sure to subscribe if you haven't.
And follow us on Instagram at Landon and Rebekah. That's us.
And we hope to see you soon in the next video.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
They had actual lightning on that ride.
For like 5 minutes.
Yeah, but
And they were like, that's dangerous.
he's the really cool 5 minutes.
It's a really cool 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I can't.